Welcome back for the Mobile Gaming Fanatics. MyTyme here, back with another episode of Top Drives. And before we go any further, could everyone please tip their top hats to Top Drives and Hutch? Yes, regardless of whether this happens to be a good event or not, they do have another event out. It is going to be very similar to the Titanium series, and the prize car in this, the car which people will be going for, is this Aston Martin 177. Now this is a legendary car. I think it's 87 RQ. I did look at it quickly. I think it was 87 RQ. So people can get a guaranteed legendary from this event. Now let's go in and have a look what's actually going to happen. I'm going to try and break this down a little bit. So yeah, just want to say well done Hutch, because this is another event, something for people to do over a course of a number of days, and it wasn't just really straight after the Titanium. They haven't flooded us with it. They've given us like a good old month or so. Glad to see these become kind of regular fixtures every 6 weeks to 8 weeks. I think would be a great addition to the game. Now let's see, we have to basically collect Jaguar XK140s, which are unfortunately not very good cars. We were collecting 150s in the Titanium, and it has been downgraded to the 140s. So I don't think it's going to be a car you're going to use in too many places during the game, but you will need these, okay? You will need these for your progression. So you're going to get silver screen bundles and packs, which will be available and purchased from the store throughout the week. So there is going to be a new tag added, okay, silver screen, and there is a selection of cars. Now I can't remember how many. I have a feeling it was 51 cars I saw somewhere. We can go and check in a bit, and you'll be able to get packs as well. Now the silver screen event map is going to be a journey. There's going to be new events each day where you can earn the XK140, and you'll also be able to earn some silver screen packs depending on your rank. There'll be 7 silver screen events, and it's showing you running from the 24th, which is today, which is going to be later on, to the 30th for all players 150 RQ plus. So if you are still new to the game, you do need to get to 150 RQ before you can take part. Now if you're over 330, which is going to be your kind of mid-game players and end-game players, you will find all of the standard events also offer silver screen packs. Okay, so bear that in mind. The events which will be running during this time, the standard events, are going to offer silver screen packs, as well as the XK140. So it gives you an extra 5 opportunities here. So you should have 12 opportunities, I believe, to get this XK140 if you are above 350 RQ. Now you play the Walk of Fame challenge as often as you can. Okay, you're going to counter gates on your path to stardom. This is going to be a bit like your weekly challenge. So you'll be playing the tickets, and it should get, I imagine, progressively harder. Now passing through these different gates rewards you different prizes. We will see in a moment. You will need to use your Jaguar XK140s to be able to progress. So this is where you're going to need to collect them for to go further along the Walk of Fame, which we'll come up to it in a minute. You need 5 of them to complete the challenge completely. You need a diverse garage of silver screen cars, which is those special silver screen tag cars to overcome the challenges, and it will run from the 24th to the 31st of May. So it does go on slightly longer than the silver screen events. You can earn an Aston Martin Bulldog along the way by completing round 14. So the aim for everyone will be to get to round 14 of this Walk of Fame, which is going to basically be your challenge with probably 25 rounds, I'm guessing, something like that. You will need 3 XK140s to reach this, which shouldn't be too hard, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. And when on location event begins on Wednesday, if you've already won the Aston Martin Bulldog, you will get access to a secret event. So again, it's really encouraging people in the first couple of days to try and get the 3 Jaguars however you can, so that you can get into this special secret event. After challenge finishes, as long as you earn the Aston Martin Bulldog, which again is round 14, you can make your way to the final premiere after party and brag about all your gains along the way. So there'll be a special event for everyone who got the Aston Martin Bulldog, with more prizes up for grabs. Now the Walk of Fame prizes are available for everyone, okay? As you see here, you will get 1 aluminium and 20,000. I believe this is just for playing. Okay, so you don't actually need any of the prize cards to complete the first part of it and get the aluminium pack and the 20,000 cash. You'll need 1 of the XK40s for the ceramic and 30,000. You need 2 of them for the ceramic, 50,000. A prize car, which is the rare Pontiac Firebird, which was a car given out a while ago. I think I got 2 of them. You'll also get a ceramic and a prize car for 3 of the XK140s, and that is the Ultra Rare Aston Martin. Then we get the 4 of them needed for the carbon fibre, the prize card, which is a reissue of the Epic Ford GT40, and finally you will need 5 of them, and you will then get a carbon fibre and the prize card, which is legendary Aston Martin. Now obviously you do have to complete the tracks as well, and you're only going to be able to use silver screen cars, so good luck. Multiple copies of the Pontiac and Ford prize cars will be available, so people who haven't won them before will be able to. Now we come down, there's a lot of people talking about what's going on now. I think I read somewhere, here we go, so Cigaris. Now I don't know if this is right or not, okay, so don't quote me, but he seems to reckon there's 4 legendaries, 8 epics, 5 ultra rares, 7 super rares, 13 rares, 7 uncommons and 6 commons. Now I don't know if that is right or not. What I do know is that there are quite a few cars missing that you could technically say are silver screen cars, and some of the Aston Martins which have appeared in James Bond films, for example, but there are a lot of cars that could technically join in silver screen, and Hutch have kind of said this is a temporary tag, bit like Year of the Rat. It is not staying forever, therefore if there are omissions from it, it's just the way it's going to stay. They're not going to come in and change now and start adding and taking away cars. So if we come to the filter, we can now scroll down, and under collection and tags we will see somewhere, there we go, silver screen. So click on silver screen, click OK, and it will show you your collection of cars that you have. Now unfortunate for me, I did have a second SRT Hellcat which I fused away a while ago, and yes, I have fused away quite a few of the cars that are, for example, cars which have the silver screen tag, one being the Porsche 911 Targus, whatever it is, that one. I fused away the Subaru WX STI Impreza, the Epic one. I fused away the Nissan Skyline, whichever one it was, the black one. I fused that away in the past. So what I decided to do now is not go too ham on these cars and keep them. So there's a good chance some of these lower cars will come in use. So I've decided to do things like, let's work on my Aston Martin DB5, for example. There is a good chance I will need it at some point in this event. There's going to probably be some events which are going to require you to use some lower RQ cars to allow people to actually get involved in the event if they don't have all the top cars. So working on some of your lower cars is what you can do to prepare for this event. I'm not saying come and work on this Mini Cooper S. This was one of the first cars I ever worked on right at the beginning of the game, to help me just through some of the early content. But there are definitely some cars in here. The Firebird Trans Am's not a bad car to max out anyway. You got the DBS and the DB5, good cars to max out. The Lotus Lisa Land's a good car. I take either the Chevrolets for drags, Dodge Challenger. So there's quite a few cars here. Here is the Firebird, which are decent to use, and they will help you in the game anyway. So I've decided I'm going to start working on the cars. I've decided to work on my Miura, and this will be pretty much ready to use it. I've decided to keep the 350Z and work on it now. I wasn't going to. I was keeping this car, probably going to fuse it, because I don't really work on my Nissan decks. But given this event, I'm going to work on it now and see if it comes useful. Also probably means I'm going to work on it Aston Martin DB10. Now this wasn't going to be the next Epic I was going to work on, but it looks like it could be worth it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting packs and stuff for this, because it's going to depend how difficult it is. At the moment I don't think this team, even if I max out a few of these cars, are going to be good enough to really push me through to the latter areas of the Walk of Fame. Probably Lotus Esprit will be maxed out as well, I'm going to guess. Maybe I will just start this now. Now part of me does think that maxing these cars out for this event and then not using them, it is a waste of cash. Now the resources I'm not so worried about, because I do have enough resources that I'm okay for these lower cars, and I can then sell this car afterwards and exchange it in for another ceramic pack to get me another C car back, or potentially better, and also a little bit of my cash back from the super rares you get and sell. But that's not what I'm really hoping to do. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give this event a go, and I'm gonna work on those cars. So while I'm doing that in the next few hours, I'd recommend you guys, if you've got some cars there and you want to take part in this event, do so. There's gonna be lots of goodies up for grabs if you can get it. I'll just end off this video by showing you kind of how it's not really grinding anymore, how my events are going. So as you can see, I've now changed my teams around, and I'm actually trying to progress up the ranks at these events, and I have a chance in the majority of these events of doing fairly okay. Now the top 10 of this event is definitely going to cause me some problems. I do not think I will be able to remain in the top 10. That is just my opinion, given how kind of I don't mean it as difficult as in, I haven't seen too many people yet outside the top 10 which have like really monster kind of hands. I'm definitely missing a couple of cars, but I can kind of compete with them. However, when I get into the top 10, I'm then finding it quite difficult to find opponents which are beatable. So it's very, very, very tight, and they can all beat me probably quite easily as well. So top 10 here is going to be a challenge. We should get at least an aluminium. We then come to the British half. Again, this has been going fairly well. Yes, people are beating me, but once again, let me just show you the team that I have gone for here. And although we're not getting any of these silver screen prizes for this event, I'm still trying to do reasonable at it, because even getting a a ceramic pack even could be really, really handy at the moment, because you can still get obviously silver screen cars from in them. They will just drop in regular packs because it is a tag. So to try and do well in events now is going to be really, really handy, because you never know what you might get from your price. So if you can try and get up a bit higher in your rank, see if you can get something pretty decent from it. Now for here, we are going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to lose them anyway, so we might as well go 4, 5. So like for this, I win this only because of my 3 cars for the off-road area. I lose here and I lose on the forest road, but I win the other 3 pretty comfortably. So this is how this team has been faring for me. I've actually done, as long as I avoid, I think 1 or 2 people at the top, pretty much okay in this event. It's actually going fairly well. I mean, I'll come here and take on this just to give you an idea. So I've got the Caterham Superlight, which is going to smash me, so we might as well put the Forenza in there, and then we'll put the VX 220 over here. But I now have a huge advantage when it comes to these 2 tracks, and I think the best way to do this, before I think I've ran the Insignia over here on the dirt, but putting Insignia on the mixed is better because it means it's going to have some asphalt on it, and we'll see this at the very beginning. So just bear that in mind. If you weren't too sure about the mixed surfaces, you will see here there is some road on it as well as off-road. So when they come across, okay, not a great area, it's going to have to slow down, but you will find there is a little bit of road, not a huge amount to be fair, not a huge amount, but it's better than having none. So we were actually able to come get the win there, and we win this 367 to 269. That was against a Caterham Superlight and a Lotus 11, and that was with my put up 2 pretty weak cars. So once again, one more track. If I had this MG maxed out, and I reckon I'd easily be top 10 here, because this car is absolutely immense in this track set. That's why I put it in the Forest Slalom, because it's much better on grass with a 4-wheel drive. We can do the same again like this. We can now tire on the karting, lose on the Forest Road, but overall again we're going to make up enough points to get the victory. And yeah, this is what I have been doing. So if you are doing this event and you want to, oh no, look at that, I just talked too soon. I just assumed I could beat everyone. Okay, yeah, but if you are trying to do well in this event, here you go. An idea of what you want. Definitely need 2 off-roaders, take a 4-wheel drive, and I would suggest sacrificing on the others, because you can make quite a few points on those road events if you have the cars. And then finally the SCG, we are moving up, as you can see, rank 74 now, 8 hours to go, comfortably going to be in the top 80. And question is top 40. I could attack that now. As you can see, I am going to be how many, 2 foot, so I'm 100 points off. If I was to play this game religiously, playing all my tickets, I will get close to that. And if I am close, it may be worthwhile. Now, I had a bug here. I've upgraded this car. I'm 100% sure I upgraded this car last night, and it never came up. I did this last night. I guarantee you 1,000,000% I upgraded this car last night and used it. And I've come into the game today and the car's not upgraded, but my cash was still down. I've been conned out of that. It's probably something. Has that ever happened to any of you guys? The first time I've actually noticed it happening to me. I'm kind of annoyed about that because it costs quite a lot to upgrade legendary cars. And I did this all last night, 100%. Yeah, so the idea now is to try and end up in a position where I can get top 40. And if I can get top 40, I will spend a bit of my gold to try and get that Aston Martin. However, I am not gonna spend more than 100 or 200, hopefully, because while it is decent, I don't want to use all of my cash on it. So I have been MyTyme. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to start preparing your cars for the silver screen. If you've liked what you've heard, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will be back later on when the first event starts. So good luck in your preparations, everyone, and see you all soon.